you guys doing?
Loud.
It's a little loud.
You're so sweet.
It's so loud. That's a big ball. Oh, I think mommy.
You guess. It's my second favorite red. Wonder if they have any liters of colas.
The best thing you can do is just get away from the charts and go do some other stuff. And then you find yourself just thinking about the charts. Like, I wonder what MNQ is doing right now. Or I wonder what MES is doing right now. I don't really care what microgold is doing right now because it just likes to freak me out and take all my stuff, even though most of the time I'm right or whatever, you know, because I'm like basically a freaking wizard with the markets. And that's not true, guys. That's not true. I'm just feeling myself. On a real note though, if anybody in Colorado is watching this, could you tell me what the temperature is right now? Because it's really a sweaty ball sack in Missouri and I'm pretty much over it, ready to relocate. So hopefully the people come and fix the house soon so we can put it on the market and then skedaddle on out of here. So yeah, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I'd like to know. Drop it in the comments and let me know.
Yo, what's up traders? Welcome back to the channel. I'm up in the den, up in the lair right now. And look, I'm gonna shoot you guys straight. We have had a heck of a past 24 hours, I guess you could say. I'm not even really sure. I'm gonna be full transparent with you. Saw my boy Connor hop on stream last night and he hopped on Asian session and I went ahead and hopped on myself. But look, I have been very emotional. I have really struggled with this last little session and I'm gonna be fully transparent on why. Because there's a part of me that loves breakout trading, but I struggle with it because it's high auxiliary, high output, easy for it to go in a direction. And we were kind of pre-Asia market a little bit, but saw some moves and I was honestly risking so little, it was just more for fun. But in that fun, I realized I started to get a little bit emotionally entangled with myself and kind of repeating some of my old patterns and old habits. And so we were having fun and stuff. It kind of made me do some things that were a little bit like sketchy to me, in my opinion, because I wasn't able to fully like stay disciplined on what I'm doing. And a part of that is because I want to be a breakout trader when the market's open and when there's volatility in the markets. And then I want to switch over to the Swifty thing that I'm working on right now, which is like basically just looking for a break of structure, change of character, and then we're going to retrace into either an inverse fair value gap or a fair value gap. But it's not really as simple as that. You have to kind of understand market structure and movement and, you know, higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, and all that. And that's something that I'm still trying to put together myself. So last night when I'm trading like this, although it was fun and I was having a lot of fun, I caught myself quite a bit doing some things. So I'm just gonna go over these trades because if we go look at my performance, it says I took like 10 or 12 or something like that. Some trades, or it's a lot. It's a lot, 10 trades, but they're not 10 trades that I took. I was scaling into these at certain levels, which is something that's a little bit hard with MNQ that I'm learning. The volatility rips so much that if your placement is a little bit off, it's really easy to like there's times where it's like I'm risking $500 on this and I'm like, whoa dude, that's way more than I'm trying to risk right now. And I know it's getting towards the end of the month, so I'm trying to like reset the subscription and it's kind of putting pressure on me that's a little tricky. So yeah, I'm just gonna be transparent, kind of go through my process here and like what was going on. Here's the trades that you can look at. I think I have them all right. I didn't have all these marked up in real time yesterday, which is a lesson learned I'm gonna start doing, but you can see kind of what took place here and how it went. If you want to take the time to do that, I'm not going to take the time past what I have here going on, but I did want to share that with you and show you. So I'm gonna zoom down into the 1 minute and kind of go over what this madness and what all this crazy is, okay? And yeah, thanks for being here, and I really appreciate it. So here's what happened, okay? So we go to get into this trade, and at this point I'm in a trade right here. I go to get into this break and I closed it because it's kind of coming down and rejecting. I don't know why I didn't put that there because the charts are probably still chaotic, but I ended up flipping my bias for some reason right here, which was kind of silly. I think it's because we had this rejection wick right here. And I really want to clarify something with some people. A rejection wick doesn't always mean that it's rejecting. It could be testing that level, and it could be like grabbing liquidity or like do a fake break like it did here. So I was looking to target this liquidity down here if we were going to break right here, because hindsight 2020, we broke this high and we made a newer high. I shouldn't have really been thinking like that, but like I said, I was on Connor's stream, we were kind of having fun. It was an eventful evening. So after I saw this kind of come up and come back down, we came down here and we retested this little space. I didn't wait for a fair value gap full fill. I hopped in right here and I just wrote it up to, honestly, I wrote it up to break even. I was trying to get my account back to break even at this point. I think I made $15. So scalp to break even is where we were at right there. And this move, I was on the charts and I saw us just rejecting up here. Okay, so I saw us come up and we're at the previous day high and whatnot. So I saw that we come up and we kind of, this rejection wick caught my attention because we come up and we failed, man, chill, bro. And we failed to break the newer high. So this immediately had my attention and I was just kind of watching for a minute to see what we were doing. We didn't make another high there. So I'm like, okay, looks like we're following structure pretty well. Now you can see on the inside here, this is what I actually took. This is the trade that I actually took. This is what I had slotted to take, but I struggle with being able to sleep. I have sleep issues. So if I go to sleep like this right now and I were to let this run like this, it would absolutely have wrecked me, because I would have been holding this until like 1:38 in the morning, which was just unacceptable to my brain space. So I really wasn't able to do that emotionally or mentally. Oh, hold on, my kid's here. I gotta finish this video. Want to do it with me? You're so cute. I love your hair. Want to say hi?
Hi.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello,
Alrighty, so this would have been a really nice trade, and I was targeting this liquidity down here, and I thought it was good, but it was dang near a perfect trade. So I did catch a nice little like $50 or something right there. It would have been a way better trade, and I would have survived, and it would have been really clean. And I was really proud of this one. I'm not gonna lie. This move right here, I was super proud of. And I even was talking to like ChatGPT and kind of uploaded it and was like, yo, look, it played out. And then it continued down. So I thought that was really cool. And then this morning, yeah, you can see, I was tired, caught a small move, played out, but needed sleep bandwidth. And that was just more important to me, because I'll wake up and check this and I'm not gonna sleep. So, you know, this morning we go to hop in. This morning, this was a pre-market break that started to happen, and it just really wasn't feeling it. I don't know, the pre-market breaks can be tricky. So I went to hop in here and I'm gonna dial down to the 1 minute. Yo, did we just get rid of our 1 minute? Are you serious? No, there it is. All right, so I'm gonna dial down this 1 minute. You can see, so we started stalling out right here, and I just didn't like it. I just didn't like the feeling. And then of course it dumps and we could have had an awesome trade. And yeah, but I had made like 30, 40 bucks right there and was like, nah, I'm out of here. So I switched over, slowing down a little bit, thinking a little bit more about market structure and movement, and I took this trade. And you can see that it actually kind of played out. This was the one that I made like 115, 120 or something like that on. And it was just a lot of work. You know, I felt like it was still bearish because we're still respecting here, even though we did kind of break this little trend, this micro trend line that was going on. And dude, just super emotional, really. And I really need to go back and kind of dial in and look at what I'm doing. I think I'm in a practice trade right now. Let's see, we're up 58 bucks, and this is more like my style. I'm gonna just be honest and real with you. This is something that I'm a little bit more interested in. I'm almost done, baby. And just because you can kind of see here, let me pull up my trading view for you. Bring this over here. You can kind of see here, the market structure looks like we're shifting. Now you can see the change of characters kind of, and we're kind of dancing up here. So when we came down here and we had an inverse fair value gap that was right there and printed, I was like, oh yeah, dude, that's a sick trade. That's nice. So let's go ahead and set it up. And you know, we'll see if it plays out or not. I'll go ahead and upload it and let you know if I did or didn't. But that's a little bit more kind of what I'm looking for and what I'm thinking. Let's see here. Man, if you got kids and you're trying to do this stuff, it can be really challenging sometimes, but I just embrace it for what it is and I try to do my best and I'm trying to show up. So a nice little 1 to 2 here. You know, if it slaps, it slaps. And we'll just kind of see, man. I'll let this record and play out. I locked all my accounts. I locked everything down other than my practice account because I felt like I was just overcharged. My bandwidth is running thin. I'm kind of emotional right now. I'm trying to think about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And I'm gonna see if I'm gonna continue to break out or what. M&Q is a little bit more volatile than I know how to handle for this account size and with what I have going on and how much I want to invest and spend on it per month. So yeah, I just got some things to focus on, and hindsight 2020, you know, it's lunchtime right now, but there's still movement in the markets. You know, I'm already at a 1-to-1. We could trail up to break even if we wanted to, follow structure. I'm gonna let this ride out. I'm gonna let it do its thing and just be real with you guys. Today was mental. Today was the last little bit, like I woke up and was just like, whoa, man, I gotta protect this bandwidth that I got. I gotta protect what's going on because it's just a little bit much. And I just really am at a point to where I'm trying to focus on what I need to do and following my rhythm and my routine and whatnot. So yeah, as you can see, a nice little push there. For the sake of the video and where we're at, I'm just gonna close it out.
Order filled.
I'm gonna end it a nice little pop. It's probably gonna go up to take profit. My little girl is squirmy. I need to sit down and work on some journaling stuff and kind of reevaluate what's going on in my headspace and my plan, because although I'm having fun on the streams and things like that, I understand the market in a certain way, and I've sat here and stared at these charts all day, every day for at least a year straight. You know, I've been trading for about 1.5 years, but at least a year straight, I've been looking at these charts every day, and I've went from M&Q to MES to micro gold, and those are really the ones that I've surfaced around. And MES and M&Q are kind of my favorites right now. So real quick, when I closed this right here, you saw like I closed, like kind of the idea is that, you know, we filled that adverse fair value gap and then we're targeting this liquidity. So like, you know, really I'm kind of hefty here. This is just because it was automatic. More so should have been like this. And then when we targeted kind of up here, we still would have hit that 1 to 2 and what we're risking because we're a little bit past the liquidity. So that's kind of my thought process on that and what I'm thinking, just for you guys who are watching this and like, man, why did you close that earlier? Whatever. But that trade, literally when I walked up here and looked at it and I looked over at my trading view and saw that inverse fair value gap. There was another one, a micro one here. Maybe it was on the 5-minute. Nope, it wasn't. But yeah, when I saw that and that fair value gap, I was like, oh, that's my move, bro. That's what I'm waiting for to see. So that right there gives me a little insight. Yeah, see, we would have come up and slapped that, I think. That right there gives me a little insight that I need to really understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm kind of proud of myself that I had the ability to recognize what was going on before it got too chaotic and it closed out. So I made some mistakes, but all in all, I'm happy with myself and I'm gonna reevaluate a couple of things. And yeah, man, this is what trading is all about. Thanks for being here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow and we'll see how it goes. Much love.
Thank you.